Student's Book, Unit 7, Lesson 1, Exercise 2. Listen to 4 people. Match the inventions, 1 to 4, on page 2 with the people who talk about them. 1. Heart him.
Wow! That looks so cool! I'm not sure it's very useful, though. It won't be able to fly very high, will it?
2. Manal.
I think lots of people will want to buy one of these. They'll be very useful for travelling. It won't help people to speak other languages, though, will it? It's only good for listening.
3. Tariq.
I think this is a good idea for people in cold places. It won't be very useful for me, though. Maybe they will make one to help people feel cooler. That would be good here in the summer.
4. Sosan.
I think that is an amazing invention. I hope they will build lots of these in Egypt. We have lots of sun, and we could make lots of electricity.
Book, Unit 7, Lesson 1, Exercise 3. Complete the sentences from the listening with will or won't. Then listen again and check your answers. 1. Heart him.
Wow! That looks so cool! I'm not sure it's very useful, though. It won't be able to fly very high, will it?
2. Manal.
I think lots of people will want to buy one of these. They'll be very useful for travelling. It won't help people to speak other languages, though, will it? It's only good for listening.
3. Tariq.
I think this is a good idea for people in cold places. It won't be very useful for me, though. Maybe they will make one to help people feel cooler. That would be good here in the summer.
4. Sosan.
I think that is an amazing invention. I hope they will build lots of these in Egypt. We have lots of sun, and we could make lots of electricity.
Student's Book, Unit 7, Lesson 3, Exercise 3. Listen to these 4 people talking about the problems they have with technology. Match them to the problems A to D above. 1. Shadi.
I'm not sleeping very well at the moment. I usually watch some videos on the internet before I go to sleep, but sometimes I watch them for a few hours and then I can't sleep. My head often hurts lots in the morning too.
2. Khala.
I found this great online game, but I didn't know that when I got new things on it, it costs real money. I hope my parents aren't going to be angry when I tell them how much money I spent.
3. Randa.
I love social media. I love watching videos online. And I love talking to my friends on my phone. But now I feel worried if I don't have my phone or I can't check it. I think it is starting to become a problem.
4. Adam.
My friends and I like to put funny pictures online, but when I share a photo, everyone says my clothes are not cool or my hair looks strange. It makes me feel sad.
What do you use when you want to find out the time? Do you use a watch or do you use a clock? These clocks either use numbers to tell the time or they use hands. These hands show hours, minutes, and seconds. But how did people know the time in the past? In ancient Egypt, people used sundials. Sundials use the position of the sun to tell the time. Then, in the year 1524, a scientist from Damascus called Taqi al-Din invented a watch that looked like the watches of today. It had 3 hands to show hours, minutes, and seconds. It was also small, so people could carry it with them. But watches today don't only tell you the time. Some watches will say that you should do exercise if you are sitting at a computer for a long time. And some have apps, such as maps, that will give you directions if you are lost. What will the watches of the future be like? Some will be like modern mobile phones. If someone calls you, you will be able to see them on a special video screen. And some will look after your health. They will tell you what medicine you should take if you are ill, or that you should see a doctor.
Student's Book, Unit 8, Lesson 1, Exercise 1. Listen and put the snacks from page 12 in the order that you hear them. Were your answers to the quiz correct?
Sponge is a kind of cake from Morocco. It has lots of sugar and fat in it and is very sweet, so it is not very healthy, but I love it. We sometimes eat sponge for breakfast, and sometimes as a snack with some tea or a cup of coffee.
In many places, people use fava beans to make falafel. They are the best. Falafel is really delicious, and it is very popular in Egypt.
In Britain, we often buy chips from a fish and chip shop. People often put some salt on their chips. I don't put any salt on mine because I don't like salty food. It is not very healthy.
You can buy samosas on the street everywhere in India. Samosas have spicy vegetables inside them. People often eat samosas for a snack. I love to eat them with some hot tea.
Rojak is a fruit snack you can buy in the street in Malaysia, and people also make it at home. Rojak is very sweet and juicy. People use different spices in different parts of the country, but it's always delicious. Unit 8, Lesson 2, Exercise 4. Listen to Amal and Huda talking to their grandmother and answer the questions.
Would you like some more chicken, Amal?
Yes, please. Just a little.
And would you like some more beans too?
Yes, thank you, Grandmother. Stop! That's enough. I mustn't eat too much.
Do you like chicken, Amal?
Yes, I love Grandmother's spicy chicken. It's the best.
Thank you, Grandmother. That was a delicious dinner.
Would you girls like some more rice pudding?
No, thank you. I'm really full.
What about you, Amal?
Thank you, but I really couldn't. Why don't you have a rest now, Grandmother? Huda and I can take the plates to the kitchen, and we'll do the washing up.
Student's Book, Unit 8, Lesson 5, Exercise 1. Listen to 3 teenagers and complete the information with these words.
My name's Ali. My mum and dad own a restaurant and I often help in the kitchen. The cook is my friend and he is teaching me to make different cakes. The problem is I'm always trying them, so I eat too many cakes. I also know I don't do enough exercise, but that's because I don't have time. When I'm not at school or doing my homework, I'm usually at the restaurant. I don't want to stop helping my parents, so I don't know what to do.
I'm Imen. I do a lot of sport and I have a very healthy diet. I eat lots of fruit and vegetables and I almost never eat fast food. I never eat snacks either, not even when I'm really hungry after athletics club. I know eating snacks isn't good for you. But I'm tired all the time. I never feel I get enough sleep, even when I go to bed early. I want to have more energy.
I'm Tamur. I want to go to art school when I'm older, but I don't have enough time to do any drawing or painting at the moment. I'm working really hard at school. I'm worried about my exams. When I feel worried, I don't feel hungry. My mother doesn't think I eat enough, so then she gives me even more food. I don't want to upset her, so I can't tell her it's too much.
There is a lot of delicious, healthy Egyptian food. Dishes like kushari and rosmeamar are enjoyed by many in Egypt and around the world. But which Egyptian food is good for you before and after you play sport? Ful medarmes is a dish made of beans. People usually eat this with a little bread. The beans and the bread contain something called carbohydrate. Carbohydrate gives you energy to do sport. Rice, pasta, fruit and vegetables contain a lot of carbohydrate. So why don't you eat these things before you go swimming or do athletics? Sugar also gives us energy to do sport. You can find sugar in chocolate, sweets, honey, and some desserts like basbousa and kark. But you should only eat a little sugar because it is bad for your teeth. After you play sport, how about eating food that contains protein? Protein is something that helps our body to recover after exercise. Meat, fish and dairy products, like milk and cheese, contain a lot of protein, so you should eat things like kofta, sayadiya or shakshuka after you play sport. It is important to look after your body. You should do exercise and eat a healthy diet.